Today I'll be drawing with Derwent Academy Watercolour Pencils, and I'm also going to use a Derwent water brush to kind of wash in all the colour. But let's not talk about it, let's do it! Well, I'm going to choose a brownie colour, and this is called Raw Umber, and I'm going to very lightly kind of draw a circle which you can probably hardly see, and then I'm going to draw like a triangle bit at the bottom, and then we need to split this edge up like that, so that'll probably be more like that, and we want to take these lines down to around about there, so we'll put a little curve across there, and always making them thinner and thinner as you go. And we're going to want these little kind of curves, inward curves, in between. And don't get muddled up as you, as you go around. Now I'm going to shade in a little bit of, I'm going to have the light is coming from this side. So I'm going to put a little bit of shade in on this side. Like that. I'm going to make sure my brush is clean. I know it looks blue, but it's clean. And the water is flowing down in from the brush, from the handle of the brush, should I say. And I'm just going to give this all kind of an all-over wash. And at the same time, I can kind of clean up some of the edges, and it just kind of fills everything in. And it'll be darker on this side and lighter on this side. And it's just kind of fading out the lines a little bit, but we'll work on that. And I'm just going to kind of brush it in to the center. And now I'm going to use a darker color. This is just called brown. I'm going to work these lines in on one side like that. Let's make them more obvious. It's kind of a bit wobbly there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you want apps to be absolutely perfect, then you take a photograph. And I think, you know, if you're drawing, it doesn't matter if it goes wobbly, because that's what makes it look like a drawing and makes it more interesting. If you want perfection, become a photographer, and even then it'll all be lies. Because you'll be showing the best side of things and, you know, hiding away all the bits that don't work. Now the sun, we said, is coming this way, so this bit here is standing up, and I'm just going to kind of curve these down like that. And again we do have these edges here, so there. Now we can turn this around as well to make it easier, and by making these little kind of markings slightly curved, it gives shape to it as well. These are the kind of the channels in the shell design. And then here it just becomes all a little bit more irregular around here. Now we can add extra depth into these channels with these kind of long lateral strokes, and on this edge I'm making it darker and then pressing lighter as I go across the channel. So on this edge, which is where, so the sun is coming here, this is where the shadow is falling, so I make that darker by pressing harder, and as I go across the channel I press lighter. And then on this whole side, then it's kind of brighter anyway, so because it's kind of curved around that way. And I could maybe use this again to get a more definite edge to that, to kind of watercolour in an edge to these channels. It's kind of smoothing out the colours as I'm going, basically. But at the same time, because it's because it's kind of penciled and you've got the pencil marks, you're getting the pencil mark textures as well, which you wouldn't get if it was just watercolour and just painted with a brush. You'd have to kind of do all those brush strokes with all those little kind of mini brush strokes. Now I'm going to go back to this raw umber. In fact, you want to be radiating out from that kind of middle line there, but I'm not going to take it right the way to the edge, so you want a little bit of a highlight on the edge of these are the grooves, those are the channels, so these are the raised bits here. So we're really getting the best of kind of coloured pencils and watercolours. I think I'm going to have to come back and add some more darker brown in the channel areas. And then we have these wings down here, these little kind of wings that need to be added on. They'll be quite a bit darker on that side because of the way the light is shining. So the curve of the shell here, you're going to get a bit more darkness, or a darker tone really on this side. And here you will catch a kind of bit of a highlight on the edge there. Now that was raw umber. Now I'm going to go to burnt umber to make sure we get something a bit darker on these edges here now. And you can see it's just working your way up, and start off with the lighter shades and then just keep adding darker and darker and darker, and take your time. Now I'm going to add some dark umber in here as well, burnt umber rather, in here as well, to add a bit more darkness. And again I'm going to smooth some of this out with the water brush. So you keep the kind of the pattern in there, but it smooths out the shades and the tones, and it just kind of helps to make it look a bit more kind of curved really. And then around here I think I need a bit more smoothing going on, and I'll just kind of warm up this edge a bit, I think. And as I say warm up, I'm just kind of washing in the raw umber, which just kind of warms it up a little bit there, and I'm going to do that, and then wash in, get a sharper edge along here. Playing with this as long as you like really. Keep adding and building up. And again I'm going to smooth those lines out, but I'm trying to get a kind of a harder edge to this channel, so that this highlight stands out much more on the raised section. Oh, I love the way these water brushes kind of work with watercolour pencils and aquatone sticks and things like that. They kind of become like they're kind of more like a pencil than a brush somehow, because you just pick them up and go, and you don't have to keep dabbing and washing out all the time. And now I'm going to add some shading. I'm going to put it in quite dark, quite close to, I'm using grey, I'm not using black, because that just does have a habit of making a drawing look a bit dirty. You can use black and thin it down, but it's a dangerous colour to use, because it can just overpower everything very, very quickly. And as I'm kind of getting further away from the drawing of the shell, then I'm just pressing lighter and lighter and lighter. Or is that more lightly, I should probably say, I think. To be more correct. Make sure that the brush is clean, and then go around the edge, and then the brush kind of sharpens up and defines the edge really nicely, and then at the same time it's kind of washing out this grey, so it fades really nicely. You get a really nice kind of faded shadow, and just work it slowly. And with this brush, then the water just keeps flowing, so you don't have to keep, ding-a-ling-a-ling in the pot of water. And the water just keeps flowing, so you can keep working it and thinning it out. I'm going to do it this way, like that, pushing the colour away, like that. there you are, how to draw a scallop shell with Derwent Academy watercolours and a Derwent water brush. Well, if seashells make you think about the beach, why not go and learn how to draw a beach buggy? Looks fun driving one of those around. Or why not go and have a look at my mystery drawing? Either way, make sure you're subscribed for new drawing videos every Monday and Friday. And why not go and visit my website, shootrainer.com. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.